Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Jose Mourinho challenge. If you remember from the first episode, we were starting off with Bayern Munich, 3 seasons to try and win as many trophies as you can. So if you can see on the screen in the top right, the date is Thursday the 21st of May 2020. So we've pretty much got the first season in the bag. Just a wee bit left to go. But here's sort of how my team performed and stuff over the season. So Neuer played the most games. Leon Bailey in next with 8 goals, 48 appearances. Bailey obviously is one of my signings. I think I spent about 100 million on him. Yeah, so I don't know whether you would consider that to be worth it or not. Whenever you think that 100 million is obviously a lot of money, but it was at the time I felt like we were short in the wing positions, so I wanted a new winger and assigned him. So Pavard was popular, Goretzka, Thiago, Alaba, Gnabry, Lewandowski, 20 goals in 42 games. I don't think that's good. That good for him. I was disappointed over the course of the season with my strikers, to be honest. It was kind of him and Miller. Miller got 10, so probably a lot of Miller's games what were maybe coming off the bench, and he also played in the right wing a few times as well. Cuisance, I think that's how you pronounce that, but he's a guy actually I signed for Leeds. He starts the game at Bayern Munich, so I didn't really know an awful lot about him, to be honest. But he's a young player, 20 years old, so he played a lot for me actually and done quite well. Karsdorp, signed him from Roma. He actually played an awful lot of football for me. He wasn't really someone who... He was more or less brought in because I only had Joshua Kimmich at right back and I needed a backup. But I think he actually ended up then playing more than Kimmich, and he done quite well. Anytime sort of his numbers were usually quite good. Coleman done okay. Another big signing, one of my big signings then was Ruben Neves. I think they spent maybe about 80 million on him. Oops, wrong button. So yeah, 80 million for him, so 3 goals, 9 assists, but he's a defensive midfielder, so I basically the sort of main defensive midfielder was Xavi Martinez, and I wanted another body in there, and I went and signed him, and he done a good job for me, so I was happy with him. Sule Kimmich, Otamendi was another signing. Brutally honest, it was just quite late on in the transfer window. I'd spent most of my money, and then I think possibly Atletico Madrid come in and bought Boateng off me, Jerome Boateng. So I just wanted to get a body in, just to keep cover at centre back. But he ended up playing quite a good amount of games for me. Done okay. I kept getting messages with the fans weren't enamoured by him. Similarly, actually, just two below him there was Sergio Escudero. Who was another one. He didn't really play, but again, it was purely a case of David Alaba was my only left back, like main left back. Obviously, Lucas Hernandez can play there, but I wanted cover. I really only had 6 defenders at the start, so I wanted a right back and a left back, and I got Escudero to cover as left back. So Xavi Martinez didn't play a lot. Lucas Hernandez didn't play a lot either. And then Sven Ulrich, who only played a couple of games, just literally matches whenever... Maybe, I think it might have been like an early cup game or something, and maybe a league match ahead of a Champions League game whenever I'd already got the group or the tie one or something. So it was, I think I maybe already had the league one actually, and I was playing in the Champions League semi-finals. So, overall, the course of the season then, so we can go in and maybe have a wee look at the fixtures and just kind of run through it. We'll scroll up here. So, we're done okay. We're doing pretty well, obviously, at the start. Champions League group stages was not a baller. I think we won every game, actually, in the group. I lost a game to Augsburg there in October. A couple of draws there, yeah. I think I went undefeated through the group. Lost to Mainz. Lost to Hoffenheim in the league. Still steady progress in the cups. I got Galatasaray, Champions League. First round, I lost 0-0. Around that game there, see where... you can see Paderborn, Galatasaray, Hoffenheim around the end of February time there. actually ended up Lewandowski getting injured, and I think I had another couple of injuries, and I went on a bad wee run, and I was kind of panicky. I think he was still out for that Cologne game, and I just squeezed past him. So I hit a wee bad run around there, but I managed to get them all back. So I got by Cologne in the quarterfinals, and then I got drawn against I beat Galatasaray 3-0 at home to go through. Zebre, as you can see in the Champions Cup quarterfinal, which is obviously the Champions League. Zebre, I presume that's an issue with copyright or trademarks or something, but Zebre are a well-known Italian club whose kit may resemble a zebra. I'm sure you can all work out from that who that is. But I won 3-1 in Turin. If you didn't get that, and then I drew 0-0 in the next game. So managed then to get through to the cup final. Freiburg won 1-1 and managed to get through in penalties. I think I posted it on the Twitter feed if anyone saw it, at GJ Sports Blog. Post some updates on the Twitter throughout the game, and I think Neuer saved all 4 penalties in that shootout. So Champions League semi-final, as you can see there, I won 1-0 at home against Barcelona, but I got took apart in the in Camp Nou 3-0. So no Champions League glory, but we did win the league, and as you can see, we still have a cup final to play. So the league finished 23 wins, 8 draws, 3 defeats, 77 points. You can see there the defence is very good, very, very good. 14 goals conceded in 34 games, which is fantastic. 58 goals scored. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy, as I says in the last video. I'm sort of tweaking the formation and stuff. And I don't know whether it's the formation or the players, but I'm not happy with the amount of goals I'm scoring. Obviously, the defence is fantastic. I feel like I'm like a late 80s, early 90s Catenaccio Serie A team, you know, where like only well, 8 draws, I suppose, was enough. But back then, you know, you used to see teams and they were only conceding like something around about 14 and only scoring maybe 30 or 40, and they ended up like maybe 20 draws a season and all, you know, everyone. So I kind of feel like I'm at that stage at the minute, so I think I'm going to go big. Whatever money I get in the transfer market is going to go on a striker. I think I want a striker this season. Maybe made a mistake with letting a few guys go out on loan. I had Coutinho obviously on loan, sent him back to Barcelona, and I had Ivan Perisic on loan, obviously from when the game starts, but I sent them back on loan because for Coutinho, he's obviously like that number 10 style of player, and my formation, as you can see, doesn't really fit. You know, it's like a 4-3-3, so there's not really a guy in the number 10 role, so I just thought I'm going to send him back rather than paying 300 and odd thousand a week for him. And I also sent Perisic back because I quite like I can't see his face just there, but I do quite like the Canadian winger Alphonso Davies. Whether it's kind of maybe a case of me going old school again, where I like the young talents coming through. So I went with him and sent Perisic out on loan. So what I'm going to do anyway then in this video is we're going to play the cup final. So we'll see how we go. It could be quite embarrassing. It could be enjoyable. But we'll see. I always like to do the auto team. Someone says to me once whenever they're playing Football Manager that if there's an auto pick on there, then surely there might be something in the computer that makes you know, you maybe get a slight advantage from what you would pick yourself, and it's probably a lot of nonsense, but it's just something that stuck with me and has remained with me. Ultimately, what I like to do is I like to check and make sure that I always like to make sure their conditions at least 95%. If they're not at least 95%, then I'm changing them. So this is my team. I'm starting the cup final. I don't watch the highlights. I'm not one for watching the fans, so it's just going to be going through quickly. So I generally leave things at least until half time. I always like to keep an eye on what their conditions like. I always like my team to be fit. So Let's see, just having a quick sketch over. There's Bailey has given me a lead 1-0. Happy days. It's just a quick sketch over the Dortmund team. I don't really see too many changes for them, to be honest. If they get anybody on the bench that they've signed, most of that team's already there. So yeah, so 1-0 half time. I'm happy enough with that. We'll keep things as they are, and I'll just keep an eye there. I can see Serge Gnabry's down to 89%, so I always like to kind of go. I think it's like 84%. They start to change colour. There's Bailey's put me 2-0 up, so hopefully we should be a league and cup double, and also won the German Super Cup. So it could be, you know, a domestic treble's a good start to the challenge. Obviously, the big thing is I would love to win the Champions League. So I'm going to start make some changes here. I'm going to bring off Gnabry, and we will put on Kingsley Coman. I'm also going to I have another wee formation here, which is basically very similar to the one that I play, but with everyone on defensive tactics, time wasting, just take the sting out of the game. So it's one that I do and like to use. So I'll just keep an eye on things. We're still 2-0 up. There, we're starting to get tired. So we'll bring a couple of changes here for the last 10 minutes. Lewandowski looks like the most tired on 80%, so we'll bring Thomas Muller on for the finish. And who would I like to give a run out to in the last couple of minutes of the cup final? I think Joshua Kimmich. And put him on. And hopefully no more goals, please. Just 2-0 win. Lift the cup, move on. So we're in the stoppage time. Leon Bailey, 10 out of 10 performance, 2 goals, and it's the final whistle, and we have won the DFP, or the DFB Pokal, which obviously is the German Cup, as we would say in English. But yeah, so Leon Bailey, 2 goals, excellent, and we've won the cup. So there's our messages to say we've won the cup. One on the Pokal, next on red. We're celebrating. The fan's not chanting my name. Yeah, there we go. The FC Bayern supporters sing Gerry Johnston's name as their team won the DFB Pokal. So, yep. So another successful season, I would say, overall. You can see there we won the Bundesliga, we won the Cup, we won the Super Cup, Champions Cup, knocked out in the semi-finals, completely nailed the budget, completely spent every penny that I had, and the wage budget almost to the maximum. So I'm hoping for a large budget next season. I want a striker. So let's just have a quick look just before we go on the scouting agency. I'm thinking, yeah, straight in my head, the most natural successor for Bayern Munich is Timo Werner. He's a player I would like to bring in, but if there's better out there, and there probably is, I'll consider them all. But we'll see what way the budget works out and what I can afford to bring in next season. But hopefully I can get a new striker, because I don't think that Lewandowski is the answer. I'm going to just have a quick look here at the strikers and see if there's much. Yes, so Lewandowski's 31 years old, obviously, but he's still worth about 100 million. So if I could get 100 million for him, plus whatever wage budget, I could probably get in whoever I want. So I'll have a look at the strikers and check a few different stats and stuff. I'm looking, he's quite slow, so I'm thinking maybe to try and go for a pacey striker. But we'll cover all that on the next video, and obviously you can keep up to date. Well, I'll be doing a few different bits during the seasons on Twitter, just a few screenshots and stuff, just to keep things up to date. So you can obviously follow that at GJ Sports Blog. But until then, thanks for watching this video, and hopefully maybe if anybody else is playing the Football Manager mobile, they'll give me a shout and let me know how your games are going, and you can even try this challenge yourselves. But thanks for watching, and until next time, thank you.